What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns here. Hope you're having a good weekend. And there's always fun rumors and speculation flying around from what I've noticed over the past couple months of following YouTube videos regarding Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. And one of them I want to comment on, I just want to throw in my own 2 cents, is the possibility of a Liberty City DLC or a future Grand Theft Auto game that takes us back to Liberty City. And a couple people have already talked about it, other YouTubers like Granty, Mr. Boss for the win. And it all comes down to this interview that was done with this voice actor, rapper named DJ Woo Kid. And he said something about how he did some voice work for a future GTA game set in New York, which of course is Liberty City. And I got the articles below in the description section if you want to go read them yourself. Anyways, so this has caused a lot of speculation. Some people believe that the sixth Grand Theft Auto game, well, it wouldn't really be the sixth, the one called Grand Theft Auto 6, might be set in Liberty City once again. Some people think that it's possible that Rockstar's working on a DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, the reason why people say that is because Rockstar doesn't exactly release Grand Theft Auto games, every year or two. Kind of like Ubisoft. They release Assassin's Creed games like all the time. Grand Theft Auto really isn't done that way by Rockstar. So the theory is that it's very possible, in some people's opinions, that they're working on a big DLC which would include Liberty City, which could be done. According to what I've read, it looks like that they used the same Rage engine that they built Liberty City with to later on build Los Santos and San Andreas for Grand Theft Auto 5. So I guess it's doable. They'd have to probably go back to a few years. They probably have all that saved and tweak it, update it a little bit, clean up the GTA 4 Liberty City, add some things to it, obviously missions and whatnot. It's possible that they could use Liberty City as a DLC in the future for Grand Theft Auto Online or for the story mode for Grand Theft Auto 5. But if you sit back and you think about it for a second, that would be a huge DLC. Imagine how much memory something like that would take and how long it would take for you to download it, off of Xbox or off of PlayStation onto your console. So honestly, I don't know if it's even plausible to do this as a DLC. I mean, it could be. I'm not a computer wizard. I don't know if it's realistic or not. But, I mean, that would take a lot of bandwidth, a lot of memory. But it does get me thinking about the future of Grand Theft Auto. And this is something that I've been thinking about ever since GTA Online came out. And a few years earlier when they had a multiplayer version of Grand Theft Auto 4. I think it's still up. Some people still play. But anyways, regarding Grand Theft Auto Online, I think that with the way the gaming world is going, a lot more people are doing online modes, MMOs, kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, whether you like it or not, or Star Wars Old Republic, or Warcraft, for example. So it is very possible that while we may not see a Liberty City DLC per se for Grand Theft Auto Online, we may somewhere down the road see a Grand Theft Auto game that is set specifically in the online universe. And maybe Grand Theft Auto Online, GTA Online, is kind of like a test bed for that. Kind of a trial and error. They do some things and they see what works, they see what doesn't work. And this is my idea, a GTA world. I don't know what they'll call it, but let's just call it quote-unquote GTA world, where you have several locations to pick from or start from, like Liberty City, Vice City, San Andreas with Los Santos, San Fierro, Las Venturas, maybe even North Yankton, maybe even some new locations too. And you start in one or two of these locations, like Liberty City or perhaps even Vice City. You work your way up a little bit, gain some rank, and maybe as you get further in rank, you unlock other locations throughout GTA World. Or maybe it depends on how far you get on mission completions. So you get enough rank or you get enough missions done, you get to go to Liberty City. And then eventually, maybe even you get to go out to Los Santos as well, and throughout the rest of San Andreas. And of course, as mentioned, Las Venturas and San Fierro, maybe even North Yankton. and just unlocks each one as you progress further and further in GTA World with all sorts of missions, side quests, mini games, ways to make money, and businesses to buy, or garages and apartments, etc., etc. So that's the way I kind of see the future of Grand Theft Auto going in the online realm. And maybe GTA Online will be that. Maybe they'll just keep it going, continue to add DLC, because they are doing quite well off of Grand Theft Auto Online. It's very popular right now. I know people rip on Grand Theft Auto Online, but there's a whole bunch of folks playing that game throughout the entire world. And it's continuing to get a little bit better. I mean, it still has a ways to go. A few more DLCs are on the way. We're finally going to get Heist in a month or so, and High Life should be out in a couple weeks, hopefully, if not sooner. So yeah, I mean, they could continue to add to Grand Theft Auto Online, expand it, make it more immersive for the player. Then again, I don't know. What do you think? I want to hear your opinion. Leave it in the comment section below. Do you think that this rumor and speculation is a bunch of nonsense, much to do about nothing, or do you think there's something to it? And if so, what? Is it a future Grand Theft Auto game that Rockstar is already working on, or is it a DLC? What do you think? Leave it below, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free and like it, and check out all my updates, all my videos. I post content daily on this channel, and feel free to subscribe and help me grow. And as always, thanks for watching.